Elenachka, Ruski. Okay, now I know who are there. All right, so we are going to do the Medicine Buddha meditation. Okay. So firstly, we do the 4 immeasurables, bodhicitta. Droa simjin tamche dewa tan devi jutan dembar juchi. Droa simjin tamche dunge chan dunge che jutan dewa juchi. Droa simjin tamche dunge mepi dewa taminda juchi. Droa simjin tamche nyeran chodan nitan dravi tanyam chembola ne par juchi. So first you think of yourself and then your family members. Imagine all your family members. And then your friends. And then friends' family members. And then people you know and their family members. And then their friends and their family members, and friends and family members and friends. So somehow you see you are a one dot. You are one dot with one of these 7 billion dots on this planet. Okay, 7 billion humans. So we are all little dots, and when we make a prayer, we know we are the center of these dots, right? And 7 billion humans are connected with us. All right, 7 billion humans. Can you imagine? So that's why if we think only about ourselves, I, me, my feeling, my stuff, my sensation, my view, everything when you put toward in just one dot, then we can have a very limited view. It's like we are blocking ourselves. So that's why we need a wider view. So from yourself, your family members are next the link, the other dots, and then your friends are other dots like this. Then you are in the center, but 7 billion dots are surrounding you. So the ones close to you, they are called the friends and the family members. And then the next circle is the people you know. And the next purple circle is the people you don't like. Do you hear me? Yeah? You guys hear me, right? Okay, so our human conflict, human problem is the division, right? Dividing. Those people I like, those people I don't like. And so that's the root cause of all problems, right? Division, division. I always say this word. I like that Latin word, origin of division, is the same origin of devil, diavolo, devil. So there are so many devils around, and that's why people are dividing and dividing, right? And so once we have the devils, we have the divisions, and then there's the conflict, then there's the pain, then there's the suffering, and then everything starting from there. Okay, so that's why whether you do a prayer or healing, universal healing, or healing for humans, And whatever we do, it's very, very important to start with 4 immeasurable practices. And when you do that 4 immeasurable practices, you are the center of the universe, the little dot. And from there, 7 billion dots are connected. Right? That's only humans. But then if you look further, there are other billions of animals are connected with us too, right? And so that's why then at end, we are in the center of the infinite little dots. And all these dots are called sentient beings, living beings, right? Sentient. And I think the real, how do you say, the real peace is coming from equanimity. So we must have that equal view to everyone, right? And normally we see our life is black and white. So in this case, of course, we are white. The right ones are white and the wrong ones are black. But then the other side is doing exactly the same. Other side says, okay, we are the right, we are the white, and you guys are black. So division of white and black, and good and bad, and right and wrong. So that's the root cause of how do you say, all conflict and all pain and all suffering, right? So that's why I think if we really look in a Buddhist point of view, and from the Buddha's eyes, it's very important to have this equanimity, right? So we call it the 4 immeasurable practices. And according to Longchenpa, Jawa Longchen Ramjamba, one of the most famous Dzogpa Chenpo, Ati Yoga master from Tibet. And he said, first you train your mind on the equality, equality. If you cannot train your mind on equality, and then your love, your compassion doesn't work. When your love and compassion doesn't work, there's no joy, there's no joy or happiness in your life. So it's true, right? And so that's why I think in a spiritual way, and especially in a Buddhist way, when especially we talk about Mahayana, especially we talk about Mahayana, is altruism. Altruism is not like we take a part of one group and then we fight the other group, right? Altruism means we have an equal view for everybody. And so somehow if we are really in this equanimity, we have to free ourselves from hate, from hatred, hating anybody or hating any groups. Do you understand? And nye ring chagdang nitang chawe tangyum chimbola nebar churchiks. Nye means the ones close to you. You are close to your family members, you are close to your friends, and maybe you are close to a group of people. That's a nye. It's, you are close to a group of people and you have attachment and you have, how do you say, attachment and desire. You want to help them, you want to, I don't know, whatever you want to do. So that's called the nyewala chakpa. Our attachment toward to the ones very close to us. Ringwala dangpa is the one is far away. It means the opposite of ourself, the other group, and then we hate, right? And so that's the root cause of the problem. That's the really the root. So that's why when we say nyerang chagdang nidang jawi, free, we have to free ourselves from attachment that the one we feel close, and we have to free ourselves from the hatred that we feel those who are far away from us or opposite from us. Do you understand? Normally we don't do this part. Normally we do, may all sentient beings have happiness and causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and causes of suffering, right? So we start from there, love or kindness, compassion, and then may all sentient beings abide the joy which is free from sorrows. That's the joy and happiness. So we step from 1, 2, 3. We come from there. Everybody knows for a measurable prayer. Who has that text? Can you put it here? It's good to read that text. It's good to read that text. Right? So normally we come from 1, 2, 3, and then number 4 is the equanimity. Nyerang chagda nitang jawe tanyom chembola ne parjurjis. May all of us abide. May all of us abide equanimity, which is beyond of attachment and aversion, right? Which is beyond of love and hatred. So that is the spiritual quality, right? That is the spiritual quality. We have to go beyond of love and hatred, both together. So of course, then in this case, you say, oh, then why we talk about love and compassion? Yes, we have the love and compassion in a very meaningful way. It's in a very profound way, right? Our love is equally for everyone. It's not our love is divided, for only some people and not the rest of the people, or only the humans and not the rest of animals and so on, right? But today, how do you say? Today it's good, I like to do the Longchenpa style, Longchen Ramjamba. I know many of you know about him, Longchen Ramjamba. He was, I think, in 14th century, one of the greatest Tibetan Buddhist master ever existed, in the history of Tibetan Buddhism, especially in Nyingma school. Great meditator, great philosopher, great teacher, and he a great author. He wrote many books or text, right? And in this, he mentioned a very specific practice of for immeasurable. So I like that part. He says, start from equanimity, and especially when we face to the difficulties, right? When we face to the difficulties, really challenging time. And I think in human history, we always, in human history, oh, that's good, thank you. In human history, humans, we always, faced difficulties and challenge and so on. But then there's a, challenge and the fight and the battles in a political way, nationalistic way, in a samsara way. But then there's a understanding in a spiritual way. So we should not mix those things together, right? We should not mix these things together. Because as Longchenpa said, we have to start from the equanimity, right? So we are saying, may all sentient beings abide equanimity. Can you read that? Okay, I have to remove the. Okay, I can play around with video. Okay, so may all sentient beings abide equanimity, free from attachment, aversion, and sorrow. Okay, so the Tibetan word is Semjin Tamje Nyering Chagdang Nidang Jawi. So talking about Chakpa and the Dangwa. So those are like two opposite energies. Okay, Chakpa and the Dangwa. I think in our language we can say love and hate. Loving and hating. So you are loving. How do you say? You are loving your friends and you are hating your enemies, right? So I know some religious traditions, they support this. It says somebody punch you, you have to punch back. Somebody shoot you, you have to shoot back. It's like a kind of, I don't know, it's a different way of equality. And but in Mahayana, equality is this one. So we, may all beings, before we say that, we are the center of these dots, right? Dot of 7 billion dots. So we have to say, may we abide equanimity, free from attachment and aversion, right? Attachment, aversion. Is that the opposite part? So, may we abide equanimity, free from love and hatred. So in this case, that love, we are talking that love can cause the, how do you say, can cause the hatred, hatred, right? The love can cause the hatred. And and so that's when we call it Sherab Mepe Ningje. It means your love and compassion without wisdom. All right, without wisdom. So there is no wisdom. So anything, if you think in your life, the complications in your life, okay, within your life or within your own mind, the complication is very complex. And that's why if you think the problems in your own life, the problem is very complex, right? If you put all together. And the same way, if you put the complication and problems of your community, and also it's a very complex, and then different groups, political groups, and this and that. It's everything is very complex. And there's no way to divide one is white and one is black, one is right and one is wrong. So that's why even we take an action, even we do something we really need to do, but our first approach is we have to abide free equanimity of attachment and aversion, right? So it then is like a kind of a justice without biases, no? Do you understand? Okay, so that's why please, firstly we do that 3 times. May we abide equanimity, free from attachment, aversion, and sorrow. May we abide equanimity, free from attachment, aversion, and sorrow. May we abide in equanimity, free from love and hatred. Okay, so fourth one, now we have to do as the first one. And now I want you guys meditate a little bit, to see yourself as little thought, and you are connected, your inner circle is your friend, your family members, then your friends, then friends of family members, and then their friends, their family members. You see the circle like a ripple of the water. It goes on and goes on. So probably you feel compassion towards some people, and you feel anger towards another group of people, whatever. But if you can look, or you can see them in your clarity, in your wisdom, everybody is confused. And everybody is get lost in samsara. Everybody equally get lost in samsara, equally stupid, equally ignorant. equally having anger, equally having
в равной
desire,
степени
attachment,
привязаны и испытывают желание.
or equally everybody
И
has fear.
в равной степени все боятся, у всех есть страх.
And equally
И в равной
everybody
степени
wishes
все
love and
мечтают о
peace.
любви и блаженстве.
Okay, so if you feel
Если вы
the
чувствуете
equanimity,
равностность,
if you can
можете
neutralize your
нейтрализовать свои
emotion, you know,
эмоции,
not
не
running with
гнаться
anger
за
or not running
гневом,
with
за
stress
стрессом,
or not
не
escaping
избегать
with the
страха.
fear, you know, like all this kind of
Все эти
fighting
сражения ментальные,
mentality. If you
когда
feel
вы
this kind of
чувствуете
calm and
успокоение
relaxed,
и
and then you
релакс,
really feel this
вы
power of
чувствуете
the
эту
equanimity.
силу равностности.
And then,
И затем,
once you have that
когда у вас
quality, then you
есть эта
say,
равностность, вы говорите,
may all
пусть все
sentient beings have
чувствующие
happiness and
существа
causes of happинess.
обладают счастьем и
Okay? You
причиной
say that 3
счастья.
times. You
3
can say
раза
it verbally or
можете
mentally.
говорить вслух или про себя.
And then
Затем
all sentient beings be free from
пусть все
suffering and
чувствующие
causes of
существа будут свободны от страданий и причин страданий.
And may all sentient beings never be separated
Пусть
from
все
the
чувствующие
supreme
существа
joy
никогда не будут
that
отделены
is
от
beyond
наивысшего
all
счастья за
suffering.
пределами всех страданий.
Some people are suffering
Некоторые люди страдают
because
из-за
of their
неведения.
ignorance. Some people are causing that suffering
Некоторые
to other
страдают из-за
people
чего-то
also
неведения.
because of their ignorance. Everyone has ignorance.
У всех есть неведение.
That's why ignorance is the potential,
Поэтому
or
неведение
the
это
main cause of
потенциал,
all kinds of pain and suffering.
потенциал всего, всей боли и страдания.
Now we are generating the
Мы порождаем
bodhicitta,
бодхичитту,
listening
желание
and meditating
и медитируем,
toward all humans,
чтобы страдания всех людей,
toward all animals,
у всех животных,
toward the nature,
страдания всей природы,
toward all spirits.
всех духов.
And imagine the 7 billion dots,
Представляем, что 7
all
миллиардов
of them, they
точек,
become beautiful flowers
что все
in
они
different
стали прекрасными
colors.
цветочками разных цветов.
7 billion beautiful flowers.
7 миллиардов прекрасных цветов.
The flower of love and light.
Цветы любви и света.
Because the world
Потому
is
что
filled
мир наполнен
of flowers.
цветами.
That's why you see the beauty in this world.
Поэтому вы видите красоту этого мира.
You see the beautiful world.
Вы
That's where
видите
you find inner peace,
красивый
inner
мир.
beauty in your heart.
Вы находите внутренний мир в своем сердце.
Four immeasurables:
4 безмерных. Любовь,
compassion,
сострадание,
joy,
радость
and
и
equanimity.
равностность.
Okay. So,
Хорошо. Итак,
immeasurable. It says without measurement. You
безмерные.
understand that, right?
Вы понимаете, должны это
So
понимать.
then, why you measure? Why
Почему мы
you
измеряем?
limit? Why you
Почему
limit
мы
your heart?
ограничиваем свое сердце?
Why you limit your emotions?
Почему мы
Especially
ограничиваем
with
свои
negative emotions,
эмоции, особенно негативные?
right? So why you limit your view?
Почему вы ограничиваете свое
And
видение?
you remember that. You can call it a meditation of love, meditation of compassion, meditation of loving kindness, meditation of bodhicitta, whatever you
Вы
want
можете
to call, you are free to call it.
назвать это
And this
медитацией
is
любви,
one of the most beautiful meditation.
медитацией любящей доброты,
Okay?
бодхичитты.
Don't let your
Но это
stupid
самая
emotions that
прекрасная медитация.
take you away with anger, with stress, with
Не давайте
anxiety, this and that. Just to be
вашим
clear,
глупым эмоциям увести вас
see the dot
в
and to
гнев,
see all billions of dots are connected with you,
в стресс.
and to see
Будьте
the beauty. You know the
хорошими,
problem of everybody, but you see the beauty of
точечкой,
everyone,
которая соединена
and
с
then
миллиардами
you spread your
точечками.
love, compassion, and the more you
Вы
spread your love
видите не
and
проблемы
compassion,
других, а красоту других. И
the more
распространяете
you will
любовь,
achieve
страдания.
joy
Чем
and
больше вы
happiness,
распространяете,
and
тем
that's
больше
called the ultimate
вы
happiness or
получаете
long-lasting
любви
happiness.
и радости.
And that is
Это
actually
бесконечное счастье,
wisdom
наивысшее.
connected happiness.
И
It's
это
not just you feel
действительно
happy, there's no reason.
счастье, соединенное с мудростью.
And
Это вы
that
чувствуете
is the
счастье без причины.
unconditional happiness.
И это бесконечное счастье.
So whatever is going on,
Необусловленное.
nothing can disturb your happiness. And then
Когда
that your
ничто не может
happiness is
помешать
becoming
вашему
your
счастью.
power It's becoming your courage.
И это
It's
напоминает вас
becoming your
силой,
strength. It's becoming your energy.
это становится вашей энергией,
You know, it's becoming your wisdom. And
это
then
становится вашей
whatever you
мудростью.
do, whatever, you know, the
Тогда, что бы вы ни делали,
physical action, verbal
физические
action, mental
действия,
action, whatever
вербальные,
you do, you have a perfect
ментальные,
energy and perfect the clarity. Okay. And you are not causing any harms and troubles.
не являетесь причиной, тогда вы не являетесь причиной каких-то
Okay, that's the first
неприятностей,
part for
проблем.
measurable meditation. I know you guys come for medicine Buddha meditation,
Я
but
знаю, что
we
вы пришли
start with this. Okay?
для практики Будда
In
медицины, но мы начинаем с
future, when you
этого.
have any difficulty moment, just
В будущем,
meditate on this.
когда у вас будут какие-либо проблемы,
And
тяжелые моменты, вы делаете эту медитацию.
if you are able to meditate on four measurables,
Если вы можете медитировать на 4 безмерных,
if you are able to do meditate on four
если
measurables,
можете делать медитацию 4
if you
безмерных,
are having anxiety, this is a anti-anxiety.
если у вас есть тревожность,
If you are
это
feeling depressed, this is anti-depressant.
развязывает тревожность. Если у вас есть депрессия, то это
If you are angry, this is
отвязывает,
anti-anger therapy.
отвязывает депрессию. Если у вас есть гнев, то это
If you
отвязывает.
have inflammation,
Если у вас есть
you
воспаление,
understand? Inflammation. If you are inflamed, if
если
you
вы
have inflammation, then
воспламенены,
this meditation is anti-inflammatory.
это вот отвязывает воспаление.
If you have virus, this is antiviral. If you have bacteria,
Если вы
if you
хотите
have
бактерии,
bacteria from McDonald's,
если вы какие-то
this is
бактерии
antibiotic.
из Макдональдса, то это как антибиотик.
When I was in the college,
Когда я учился в
Lhasa
колледже,
Medical College, I was reading Soarikpa. You know, I was learning Soarikpa.
я училась в Саварикпа.
And then Yuto said,
Ютуб
Soarikpa
сказал,
doctors,
доктор
your
Саварикпа,
meditation is four immeasurables.
что ваша медитация это
Your
4
view
безмерных.
is Madhyamika view, the middle path view.
Воззрение Мадхьямика, срединный путь.
The view, middle path,
Воззрение это серединный путь.
view. Yang tak tawa uma.
Ума.
Yang tak tawa uma is not your, not extremist, right? Your view is
Что вы
not
не
extremist.
экстремист.
You are in the
У
middle.
вас воззрение не экстремистское.
You have an equal view.
У вас равностное воззрение.
Yuto said it's important that we have this equal view.
Что
And
важно
it's
иметь
important to meditate
равностное
on
воззрение и медитировать на 4 безмерных.
And so when I was studying, then I was a
Когда
little
я
bit disturbed. I was
учился,
young. I said, oh,
я
why
был
you
очень
didn't
беспокойный.
say we should meditate on Mahamudra? Or why he didn't say we should meditate on Ati Yoga, Dzogpa Chimbo? And,
Я думала, мы должны медитировать Махамудру, Ати-йогу.
why he didn't say, oh, we should
Почему
meditate
он нам не
on
сказал,
Prajparamita,
что мы должны медитировать на Праджна-парамиту? И у меня были такие мысли.
What Yuto told us, this
А
meditation
Ютуб сказал,
is not strong enough. It's
что
not
эти медитации
advanced enough. It's
недостаточно
not
сильные,
profound enough.
недостаточно глубокие.
But then later you really meditate. You receive all kind of teachings. You really meditate. All meditations start with this four immeasurable meditation.
Начинаете получать другие медитации, все они начинаются с этих 4
You
безмерных.
think about these meanings, and then you really meditate. And then you can understand actually all meditations are including this one.
Вы можете понять, что вообще все медитации включают эту часть.
Mahamudra is talking about limitless mind.
Бесконечном, безграничном уме, истинной природе ума.
True nature of mind is unconditional love,
ума – это бесконечная, необусловленная любовь, сострадание, радость и равностность.
That's the true nature of mind.
Это настоящая природа
And
ума.
then in Dzogpa
А
Chenpo,
ведь в Пачанпо,
in Ati Yoga, we talk about the Rikpa,
в Ачиньке мы говорим
awareness,
о
or
Рикпе.
awakened mind.
Рикпа — это
What is the real awakened mind?
полностью
It's the four
пробужденный ум.
immeasurable.
А что такое полностью
Our mind
пробужденный
wake up.
ум? Это 4 безмерных.
Our mind wake up
Наш
from
ум
suffering. Our
пробужден
mind
от
wake up
страданий, от
from pain. Our
боли.
mind wake up from samsara.
Наш ум пробужден
That's
от
why
сансары.
we can
И поэтому
experience unconditional love
мы переживаем
and
бесконечную
universal compassion,
любовь,
transcendental joy,
трансцендентальную
and
радость
universal equanimity.
и вселенскую равностность.
Right? And Madhyamika is the same.
И Мадхьямика — это то же самое.
In Karma Mudra,
В Карма-мудре
we are talking the wisdom of greater bliss.
мы говорим о мудрости великого блаженства.
The wisdom of greater bliss, or the wisdom of the union of
А
the bliss and
мудрость
happiness,
союза,
and the wisdom of the union of the clarity and emptiness,
союза блаженства, ясности и
the
пустоты,
wisdom of the union
и
of
союз
awareness. And
пробужденности.
if you think in a
Если
very
вы думаете,
carefully, everything is in here, four immeasurables.
если вы
If you
подумаете,
think,
то там
okay, four
везде четыре
immeasurables,
безмерных.
oh, it's kind of boring, oh, it's kind
Вы
of
можете думать,
tiring,
о, четыре безмерных —
something
это
so
скучно,
basic, oh, it's just the elemental
так
part,
это как-то элементарно,
oh, this one is just a prayer.
это же просто
If
маленький
you have some issues with the four immeasurable practice, then I think you really have an issue. Then you really have an issue.
Когда у вас
So,
действительно есть проблема.
yeah, I had issues, I had issues with the four immeasurables. Yuto said, Soarikpa doctor, meditation is four immeasurables. Sameshin Gumpa.
Ютуб сказал,
And your meditation is four
медитация
immeasurables.
доктора
I had issues.
детской медицины — это
And
четыре
now I
безмерных.
realize
У
why
меня
I
есть
really had
проблема.
issues.
Но теперь
Because I had a
я
limited mind.
понял,
And I had so
почему у меня были
many
проблемы, потому что
misunderstandings
ограниченный ум.
about the true Dharma, the true path of, the Buddha Dharma.
Есть только
Okay?
убеждение о том, что
So,
такое карма.
it doesn't matter you do a healing meditation,
Неважно, делаете ли вы
or you do
исцеляющую
your own
медитацию
meditation, daily meditation, or you
или
do
медитацию божества,
retreat,
или
maybe you do
ретрит,
Guru Yoga,
или
or
гуру-йогу,
even Tummo
или
Yoga.
тумо.
You can do all kind of, meditations, right?
Вы можете делать
Tummo, you
любую
want to
медитацию.
find, the union of the heat and the bliss.
Тумо — это союз
And then in Karma Mudra, we want
жара
to get the
и
great bliss,
блаженства.
Devachembo, Mahasukha,
Карма-мудрее,
Maha Ananda, the great joy.
Маха-ананда — это великая радость.
If you experience these four
Когда вы переживаете
immeasurables,
четыре
that is
безмерных,
called great bliss,
там
Devachembo.
везде есть великое блаженство.
That's the essence of Devachembo.
Суть Девачембо.
And why we call it essence of the
Почему мы
Devachembo?
называем
Because
это сутью
essence of Devachembo is
Девачембо?
the greatest happiness.
Это
And
величайшее
our
счастье.
greatest
И наше
happiness is
величайшее счастье,
when all sentient beings have happiness and causes of happiness.
что все живые существа обладают счастьем и причиной счастья.
Our compassion is
Наше
when all
сострадание
sentient beings are free from
— это
suffering
когда
and causes
все
of suffering. And we
свободны
have
от
great
страданий
compassion.
и причиной страданий — это великое сострадание. И наша радость — это
When all sentient
когда
beings
все
never
живые
be
существа
separated from supreme
никогда не
joy,
отделены от
7
наивысшего счастья.
billion dots
7
in
миллиардов
supreme
точек
joy. It is a collective energy, collective
не
force,
отделены
and
от
that's why we are
великого счастья.
experiencing
Это коллективная
7
сила,
billion dots of joy.
и
That
мы
is called
чувствуем себя как 7 миллионов
Sukha, great bliss.
счастливых точек. Это великое блаженство Махасукха.
Okay. All right. So now we do the medicine Buddha practice.
А теперь делаем практику Будда
with the four
медицины.
dakinis, the image.
Будда медицины, 4 дакини, сейчас картинка появится.
All right. Show us the image. Show us the image. Sanje Chodan Soje Jonam La Janjo Bata Dani Japsuji Daki Jinsoji Bisonamji Ndola Panji Sanji Druparsho Sanje Chodan Soje Jonam La Janjo Bata Dani Japsuji Daki Jinsoji Bisonamji Ndola Panji Sanji Druparsho Sanje Chodan Soje Jonam La Janjo Bata Dani Japsuji Dagi Jinzo Jibi Zonam Jindrola Panji Sanji Druparsho. Okay. Remember who you are. Mentally to say, oh, I'm this person. You know, I say, oh, I'm Nidoi Chenagcsang. I'm Nidoi Chenagcsang. Before you do this meditation, at least you have to know who you are. I know many of you, you are so stressed out. You even don't know who you are.
Некоторые так застресованы, они не знают, кто они такие, где они находятся.
Let yourself be. Let your mind be in your body. Let your body be here and now. Okay? And you know who you are. And now imagine your heart. You know your heart. Your heart actually is like this. But imagine your heart is like a lotus flower. You know? Lotus flower open like this. 4 petals, 8 petals. How many petals you want is up to you. And in that center, there is this blue Buddha, amazing blissful Buddha.
Это Будда Медицины.
The blue Buddha.
Синий Будда.
Medicine Buddha has the blue color. That's the color of sky. It means all pervasive. And then Medicine Buddha at the front. You visualize that white person. His right side is the yellow one. And then back side is the red one. And his left side is green one. Or you just visualize this. It's okay. Don't worry
Или
about
представляйте, вот
it.
как на картинке, не переживайте насчет направлений.
So you see your heart
Вы видите свое сердце, как открытый цветок внутри Будды Медицины, 4 медицинские дакини рядышком, 4 медицинские богини.
Okay, goddesses. And all of them, including Medicine Buddha, 5 of them, their right hand is holding the it heals all kind of diseases. Okay, right hand they are holding that arura plant, and left hand they are holding a nectar vase, you know, nectar vase, left hand. So when we are going to recite the mantra, you can imagine the Buddha and 4 dakinis are radiating light, they are in light, or you can imagine the arura is generating golden light. It's more like the fluid, like a nectar, liquid, and then you imagine, you see Medicine Buddha is holding a Buddha bowl. From that bowl, the nectar is flowing like a fountain. And that fills our entire body. The nectar fills our entire body.
Вытекает в наше тело и наполняет все наше
тело. You guys like what visualization? Just the light or the liquid, the fluid? Which one do you like?
Вы можете представлять это как свет или как легкость, что вам нравится, как нектар. А так и не излучается.
Which one you like? So the one you like the light. Okay, just visualize lots of light, you know, lots of light like this, light. Okay, do you see my light? Visualize light. You recite the mantra and then all your body is filled with light, you know.
И видите, что все ваше тело наполняется светом. Вот так.
It can be white
А может
one,
быть
it
белый,
can be blue,
или
it
синий,
can be
или
yellow,
желтый,
red,
красный,
green,
зеленый,
purple, any color you like.
фиолетовый.
Okay, don't worry
Любой
what light
цвет
you have.
это
Okay,
хорошо.
so you meditate on the light.
Мы
So
медитируем
normally we do
на
the
свет.
light, and then we
Обычно
do
мы делаем
how do you
свет,
say? Then we do the nectar.
затем
But
нектар.
today you just choose one.
Но и
You do
сегодня
only
можете выбрать
one
что-то
meditation,
одно,
one practice.
одну
Okay.
практику.
All right. And
И затем
four
четыре
dakinis
дакини
representing four immeasurables,
олицетворяют четыре безмерных,
representing four
четыре
elements.
элемента.
And we are receiving the healing from
Мы
four
получаем
elements.
исцеление четырех
With
элементов
Medicine Buddha,
вместе
it
с
is
Буддой
five.
медицины
So
5.
Medicine Buddha, the
Будда медицины
space
это пространство,
is representing all in one.
олицетворение всего в одном.
All right.
Итак,
Remember who
помните,
you
кто вы
are.
есть. Представляйте в своем сердце Будду
Medicine
медицины
Buddha and
4
four
дакини.
dakinis. I know many of you, you are
Я
not
знаю, у
good to
многих
visualizing.
не
In
очень
this
с
case, you have
визуализацией.
the image in
И в
front
этом
of you.
смысле
You know, you put the
можете
computer in front of you like
поставить
this,
компьютер
in
напротив
front of
вас.
you.
Вот
Now,
так.
if I look like this, more or less it's my heart level.
Я на вас напротив.
So then I just look at the images and I imagine those five figures are the mirror
Можно представлять, что
reflection
вот
from my heart.
эти 5 фигур на компьютере это
I have
отражение меня.
five figures, you know, four
4
dakinis
дакини
and
и Будда
Medicine Buddha
медицины
in my
в
heart.
сердце.
But then your phone or your computer
Что
is
ваш
like
компьютер это как
the
зеркало.
mirror, and then from here
Что
reflecting
это
in
все
the mirror.
отражается в вашем сердце.
Okay, so in that means you will not have visualization problems. Do you understand? So if you have
Если у вас проблемы с
visualization problems,
визуализацией,
you
вы
just
можете
read like
делать
that.
вот таким образом.
If you don't
Если у вас
have
нет проблем,
visualization problems, you can
закройте
close
глаза
your eyes and to really
и действительно постарайтесь увидеть
the medicine
Будду
Buddha with the four
медицины в
dakinis in your
сердце
heart.
и 4
It have to
дакини.
be 3D,
Это как 3D,
not
не
2D.
не
It
2D,
have to be 3D.
объемные.
You can really, you are just visualizing. It means you
Вы
can
так
see it in mental.
представляете, видите
When you think of your
уме.
heart is 3D, right? So
Ваше
similar way,
сердце,
there's a
оно
flower,
в
it's a
3D.
3D. In
И
3D,
Будда
there are
медицина
5
тоже
Buddhas.
3D.
You know, 1 male Buddha and 4 female Buddhas, 5 Buddhas, and you see them from all angles, 360 degrees.
Вы увидите все 3D в 360 градусов.
The light comes, fills
И
your
свет
entire
наполняет
body.
все ваше
Nectar
тело.
comes, like 5 fountains are coming, 5 fountains
Или
of
нектар,
water coming.
он
Nectars
заполняет
are
все ваше
coming,
тело, как
fills our
фонтан.
body. And once you
И вы
feel you're
чувствуете, что вы полностью,
completely, how do you say, your body
что
filled
ваше
with
тело
the light
полностью
or
наполнено
nectar,
нектаром.
then you are kind of bursting.
И оно вот
Then
струится.
the light, you know, remember this little
И
dot.
помните, что вы
Okay? You are the
маленькая
little dot.
точечка.
And then
Что
from
эта
this
точечка,
little dot is filled with 5 Buddhas,
что сила
healing
исцеления
energy,
и
blessing,
благословения
right?
5 Будд,
And then
что
that
она
like comes out from this
выходит
dot and
из
then goes
этой
out.
точки и заполняет другие во всех направлениях. Все члены
All your
семьи,
family
все
members, all
друзья,
your friends, you know,
все
all
люди,
people
которых
you
вы
know, all the
знаете, все
families
их
of your friends and friends of family,
члены семьи, друзья,
this and
все
that.
вот они,
Understand? So
понимаете?
it's like a kind of
Это такая автоматическая
automatic
реакция,
reaction. Once
когда она
it comes
исходит
out
из
from
вас,
you, and then
даже
even
если
those people you
люди,
really
которых вы не
don't
любите,
like, you
которых вы
hate
по каким-то
for
причинам
some
ненавидите,
reason. Okay? Of course,
конечно,
we
мы
hate people because of
ненавидим
we hate other people
людей
because
из-за
of
нашего
our
неведения,
ignorance, right? Because
из-за
of
нашей ограниченности.
limits.
И поэтому я так
That's why
сказал,
Yuto said, even
даже если
people
люди
hate me,
ненавидят
I
меня, я
always
все равно
love
люблю
them,
их.
you know. So that's why we have to use this kind
И
of
мы
yutok,
должны использовать такую
energy and
энергию ютока, силу благословения.
okay, then you recite the mantra and then like
И
all
затем
7
мы
billion
начинаем мантру и представляем,
dots
что все 7
like kind of
миллиардов
light
точек, они светятся
with
любовью,
love,
светом,
with light,
нектаром
with a nectar
и
and
исцелением.
healing, you know, and
И
Buddha, medicine Buddha,
пробужденностью Будды медицины.
you know, all
Все
7
7
billion
миллиардов людей
humans are
пробуждены
awakened from
от
infinite
бесконечного неведения,
ignorance, from
от
infinite
бесконечной тупости.
stupidity. So
И
once all
когда
humans
все
are
люди
awakened from
пробуждены от
this,
этого,
and then we are
тогда
free
мы
from
свободны
pain and
от боли и
suffering,
страданий.
right? And then,
И как я
as I said,
сказал,
not only
не
humans,
только люди, а
also
еще все
animals
животные, вся
and the
природа
nature.
и духи, и даже люди, те, кто умер уже. Каждый день тысячи и тысячи людей умирают по разным причинам. Посылаем любовь и исцеляющую энергию всем живым существам, бабушкам, прабабушкам. Даже не важно, если они умерли, потому что Будда медицины, он бесконечное пространство. Те, кто уже умер, они же в пространстве где-то. Мы можем это, с ними поделиться, этим всем. 7 миллиардов людей, кто умирает сейчас, и миллиарды людей, кто уже умер, и миллиарды людей, кто придут в будущем. Вы понимаете? Если ваш ум натренирован в 4 дня, в 4 безмерных, это будет легко. А если не натренирован, мы можем думать, ну как же так, очень избирательно. Ну вот я вот этому посылаю, вот этому, а вот этому. Когда и у вас есть это ограничение, значит вы отправили дело. Мы становимся свободны от этого демона. Это исцеление Будды медицины. Конечно, если у вас есть свои собственные проблемы, физические проблемы, или психическая нестабильность, психические проблемы, чтобы вы не имели ваш ум наполняется светом Будды медицины. Если Будда медицины недостаточно быстрые, то даки не наполнят ваш ум. Женские Будды быстрее, чем мужские. Если вы думаете, что ваш ум такой пустой, ваше сердце такое пустое, они наполнят ваше сердце, вашу голову, ваш ум любовью, блаженством, радостью, счастьем. Вы понимаете? Вы чувствуете себя нелюбимым, Будда будет вас любить. Если вы чувствуете себя нежеланным, они вас хотят. Видите? Если вы знаете, вы глупы, но вы не безнадежны, понимаете? Будда медицина хорошо знает, что вы глупы. Но не депрессируйте со своей глупостью. Вот я такой глупый и бесполезный, безнадежный. Вы не бесполезный, не безнадежный. И Будда медицины, и 4 датами Они могут помочь нам. Они не сомневаются в нас. Это совершенное самоисцеление. Все пять букв олицетворяют 5 элементов, и они исцеляют все тело, речь, ум, энергию полностью от всех страданий. И когда человек может и эта энергия распространяется. Это называется запредельная мудрость Будда Медицины, неизмеримая, необусловленная. И когда это исцеление проходит через все точки, она не так, что вот этому дам, а вот этому через это не проходит, нет никакого разделения. Все живые существа в сансаре, они все там из-за неведения, из-за глупости, из-за ядов ума. И поэтому мы делаем исцеление Будда Медицины. Мы исцеляем всех живых существ. Я думаю, сегодня и духи очень сильно подвержены влиянию человеческой деятельности. 7 миллиардов людей живых. И миллиарды умерших. И они все будут увеличиваться. Нужно расширять любовь, сострадание, радость и равность до бесконечности. И читаем мантру Будда Медицины, все знают. Сначала я сделаю длинную мантру, просто слушайте.
Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanje Guru Bindurya Parvaranjaya Tathagataya Arahate Samyasam Buddhaya Dayadam Bekanje Mahabek Ranja Samum Gade Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanje Guru Bindurya Parvaranjaya Tathagataya Arahate Samyasam Buddhaya Dayadam Bekanje Ranjaya Samungade Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanje Guru Bindurya Parvaranjaya Tathagataya Arahate Samyasam Buddhaya Dayadam Bekanje Maham Bekanje Ranjaya Samungade Soha Om Bhagavate Bekanje Guru Bindurya Parvaranjaya Tathagataya Arahate Samyasam Buddhaya Dayadam Bekanje Ranjaya Samungade Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanje Guru Bindurya Parvaranjaya Tathagataya Arahate Samyasam Buddhaya Dayadam Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranjaya Samungade Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanje Guru Bindurya Parvaranjaya Tathagataya Arahate Samyasam Buddhaya Dayadam Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranjaya Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanje Guru Bindurya Parvaranjaya Tathagataya Arahate Samyasam Buddhaya Dayadam Bekanje Aham Bekanje Bekanje Namungade Joha.
Я сделала 7 раз длинную мантру, теперь все вместе делаю короткую.
Tayada Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Tayada Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Tayada Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Tayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Tayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Tayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Ma Bekanje Ranja Samungade So. Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Ma Ranja Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Zo Dayata Om Bekanje Bekanje Maha Bekanje Ranja Zamungare Dayada meganze meganze ma meganze randa samangade so 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 dayada meganze meganze ma meganze randa samangade Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade so dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade so dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade so dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade so 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 dayada beganze 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 randa samangade so dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade so dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade so dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade so dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade so dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade so dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade dayada beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade so dayata beganze beganze ma beganze randa samangade so.
So did you visualize that all
Представляете себе, что
7 billion
все
humans
7
filled
миллиардов
with the
точек
light,
наполнены светом,
the blue light,
любого
red,
цвета,
whatever, you send medicine
можно
Buddha or rainbow
пятицветный,
light,
радужный,
and then
и
all
все,
those
кто
one who
умер,
passed away, or
и
those
все,
one
кто
who have
придут
huge
и будут
real
страдать
suffering,
тоже,
they need a
and
healing too.
all
все
And then
животные.
all animals, compared to the animals number is
Очень
so
много
many, right?
животных,
Like many, many, many
миллиардов,
billions more than
больше,
humans. And the
и
spirits,
и
and the
природа.
nature.
just imagine entire
Just
Просто
imagine
представляете
entire planet, this
всю голубую
blue
планету,
planet is
наполненную
filled medicine
светом,
Buddha
Будда
and 4
медицины и
dakini
четырех
rainbow
дакин.
light. Entire
Вся
planet is
планета
enlightened.
освещена,
And everybody is in ultimate
и все находятся в
blissful state.
совершенном состоянии блаженства.
Then for to closing this
Завершение
meditation, we should
медитации мы делаем
pray and
Али.
Om a a I I u u ri ri li li o o a Om a a I I u u ri ri li li o o a Om a a I I u u ri ri li li o o a Om a a I I u u ri ri li li o o a ga 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 za 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 nya da 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 na da 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 na ba 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 ma ya ra la wa sha ka sa ha cha so ha ga 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 na za 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 nya da 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 na da 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 na ba 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 ma yara la wa shaka za ha ja so ha ga 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 za 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 da 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 ba 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 ma yara la wa shaka sa ha ja so ha ga 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 za 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 da 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 na da 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 na ba 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 ma yara la wa shaka sa ha cha so ha Om ye dharma he dundra bhava he tundeshin tatagato hayavate Dayo niroda evam bandi maharsharmana soha Om ye dharma he dudra bhava he dundeshin tatanga hayavade deshin sayo Niroda evam bandi mahasharmana zoha Om ye dharma he dudra bhava he dundeshan tatagato hayavade degazayo Niroda evamandi mahasharamana soha. So imagine the entire
Представляете,
our
всю
planet
нашу планету
is filled
наполнена
with
цветами.
flowers. Normally when we say Om Yadama, we have to say
Там
the flowers. It is a beautiful world, world of flowers.
цветают цветы.
Sanjay Mellandrup Chanindwaji Damani Bade Salakom Prash. Okay, that's it.
Thank you, Dr. Nida.
Any questions?
Есть какие-то вопросы?
Let me see the chat. I'll stop sharing.
Everybody is still alive?
Все еще живы?
Hello, Bayerchika.
Здравствуй, Баюрчик.
Zhenya, no, from Ulan Ude. Как дела? Хорошо?
Хорошо.
Отлично, да? Хорошо. Hi, Rebecca. Hi. Any questions?
Someone asked what the short meaning of the mantra is. The short meaning of the
Кто-то
mantra.
спрашивает короткое значение мантры.
Bekanje means medicine. You know, Bekanje means medicine or healing energy. Maha Bekanje means great healing energy. So we are calling medicine Buddha. Tatyata means the auspicious. You know, in Bekanje. Maha Bekanje. Ranza means the king of the healing energy. Samungate Soha means the one who is perfectly gone. It means medicine Buddha is perfectly gone from samsara, beyond of all pains and suffering. So we are asking medicine Buddha to bless us. Also, we want to free ourselves from the pain and suffering. That's the meaning, okay? Bekanje means medicine Buddha, or also healing.
Будда медицины, исцеляющий.
Alisa, hello, nice to see you here. Hello. Oh, Олена, как дела? Где? Одесса? Одесса. Все хорошо, Одесса? Много пациент. Коронавирус, но? Нету? Хорошо. Okay. Any other questions?
Еще какие-то вопросы?
Let me see.
Hello, Deborah.
Tayata again, huh? This word tayata at the beginning.
Tatyata.
Tatyata.
In Tibetan, we say Tayata. Sanskrit is Tatyata.
В тибетском говорим
The
таята.
literal translation, the translation means Tayata means like this, you know, like this, but it has the meaning of auspicious and prosperity. That's why when we Tayata, we are spreading the prosperity and auspicious energy.
Prosperity — это как процветание всем существам.
Okay. And?
I'm looking if there's any more questions.
Hello, Karin. Hello, Ivan. You look like a girl now. You look like me. Long hair.
О, Иван, ты выглядишь как я, как с длинными волосами, как девочка.
Hello, Eric. Hello, Karin. Gilberto. Italiano. Spagnolo. Ah, brasiliano. Salud. Obrigado. Hello, Liz. I'm still waiting for the cushion. No, joking. I'll make you laugh. Okay, no questions? Hello, Gigi.
No.
How are you?
Нет вопросов. Здравствуй, Диди.
Yeah, how's New York?
Как там Нью-Йорк?
The famous coronavirus is changed to protest now. Before was invisible coronavirus, and now visible.
Невидимый коронавирус
So,
сменился на видимый протест.
that's called the samsara, typical samsara. Hello, Taun Kang. How are you? Good? Hello, Rastele. Oh, Alessandra Penci, come stai? Diventato cicciotello, ora sei cicciotello. Io ho perso 4 kg, tu hai preso 5 kg, mi sembra. Hello, Jackie. Hello. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Chiara. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Nidhi. My God, you look so angry. What happened? So Medicine Buddha couldn't help you? Are you okay, Nidhi? Hello, William.
Nidhi asked a question. She said, how to have equanimity when someone is being unfair or cruel to you, or
Вопрос, как быть
what you stand for, i.e.
если кто-то, например,
i.e. a group
нечестный.
Yes, so I think she's asking how to have equanimity if someone's being unfair and cruel, like racism and taking advantage.
Yeah.
How to have equanimity when
that's why the question of unfair. you have to see in different angles.
Нужно смотреть под
So
другим
that's why
углом.
anything you debate in samsara level, so you'll never end that debate. That's called samsara.
Если вы будете спорить на
Do you
сансарическом
understand?
уровне,
She
вы
thinks
никогда
she's
не
right. Somebody else thinks somebody else is
Она
right.
думает, что она права,
That's the
другой
problem.
думает, что он прав.
Then maybe you bring the number of people, maybe majority is saying they are right. Do you understand? Actually, Ginten Chumpel, he wrote about this.
Количество людей, они думают, что они
Nidoi
правы.
Chенagcsanг is the famous, Tibetan scholar in last century. He said, what we call justice, what we call it's a right and a wrong, it's just depending on the number of group deciding this and that.
Что такое
Do you understand?
хорошо, что такое плохо,
So
это все зависит от
that's why if we
количества людей.
spiritually, I'm speaking spiritually,
Я говорю
okay?
духовно.
Don't ask me political questions because I don't have political cells in my body. Do you understand?
Потому что у меня нет
I don't have political neurons. Zero level, really zero level.
Ноль.
So, the Tibet and China and this and that, and there's so many things going on. I grew up with political issues,
Много чего
right?
происходит. Я вырос в
But
таких
I grew up with
сложностях.
political problems and this and that. I had feelings and anger, many things. But my political view is really zero.
Но мой политический взгляд, он
So,
нулевой.
basically, I say I'm a nomad. I'm a nomad. I grew up with yaks. So
Я вырос
if
с
you ask
яками.
me political views, I will ask the yaks.
И если вы
If
спросите
you
меня
will
про
tell
политику,
me,
я спрошу
then I
яков.
can answer you. I really don't have any neurons.
У меня вообще ни одного
But
политического
spiritually,
нейрона.
if I speak in a spiritual level, spiritually speaking is the truth always win. If you believe in karma, right? If you believe in karma, karma is the justice, karma is the truth. And karma runs behind everyone. Do you understand? So Nidhi, come on, you are a yoga teacher, come on. What kind of political issue you're asking? Do you believe in karma? So if you really believe in karma, karma is the dharma, dharma is the truth. Right? Even you physically cannot fight, or you cannot, I don't know, fight or whatever you cannot do. We always say karma will get. I believe in that karma. And I know that karma is the dharma, that is the truth. So that's why sometimes we think maybe something is helping, with the stress, with emotions and the fear and many things. We make a decision, we get involved, and then we do many things. Maybe these things are making things worse, no? So that's why I'm not judging the external part, and I'm not good for judging political things. But in a spiritual way, for us, it's really, really important to have a inner peace and inner clarity. Once we have an inner peace and inner clarity, and we know at the end that the truth will win, right? Like Buddha Shakyamuni, Buddha said the truth, it's always win like the sunlight. Do you understand? In the night, you don't see the sunlight. In the night, you don't see the sunlight. It's dark. And you are saying, oh, where is the sunlight? Where is the sunlight? Where is the sunlight? Wow. But wait, be patient. Right? If you believe in karma, if you believe in karma, our planet is spinning with the karma, but it takes time. Once it comes, the sun arises. So that's why I think when we really face this difficulty moment, we really need a special inner quality. We need a really inner quality. And even whatever you do in your life, you have the inner peace, you have inner clarity. You are calm and you have clear, everything is clear. Then maybe you can make a decision, you make an action. Your decision is clear, your action is can be effective. But with the nervousness, with the fear, with all this and that, if you make decisions, whatever you do, actually we really don't know, right? if these your actions are helping or
то
harming. This
помогут
we
ваши
cannot
действия
say.
или навредят.
Do you understand?
Вы понимаете?
So that's what I think.
Вот
That's
я
why
так думаю.
in a spiritual level,
На
I
духовном
believe
уровне
in karma.
я верю в карму.
And karma brings, if you say
Если вы говорите
you say about the judgment and this and that, and karma will bring the judgment,
то
especially in Buddhism,
карма приносит
because our this life is a very short part of our life. So our life is,
наша жизнь.
rebirth, and there will be infinite lives and this and that. So somehow in this samsara wave, if karma is the biggest, the
И
judgment.
каким-нибудь способом карма действительно совершит.
So that's why I think that way, in
Я думаю, таким образом.
a spiritual way.
Духовной точки зрения.
If you say these things, the ordinary Tibetans, they have so much anger and they have so much struggle, and the fight, and they fought, and many old generations, many of them, they already died, and they are still fighting more than 70 years.
Поколение уже сражалось уже 70 лет.
But then if you think of great Buddhist masters, right, like His Holiness Dalai Lama, he says he has, even what a communist done for Tibet and this and that, he says he has no anger. He has no anger towards them. It's not the fault of the people, the fault of the political system, this and that, So anyway, so that's why I'm in my, how do you say, my view is in a spiritual way, as Yutal said, we have to stay in the middle path, and that for me it makes sense. But also the Buddha says the sunlight and the truth we can never hide, and the truth at end always come up and win, and the sunlight at end will arise again. So that's why I think our inner spiritual world and outer whatever is going on in your life, in your relationship, in your business, in economy, in politics, maybe if you have a very stable mind, maybe it's good, you know how to handle, you have a clarity. But if you are, not really, you don't have this inner clarity, what I think is better don't mix, the spiritual and the politics. So because then at the end it disturbs you more, Okay, any other questions? My God, a yoga teacher is asking me a political question. Oh my God. What century is this? And I'm teasing. Okay.
Phyllis kind of added to the question a little bit and said, that the Buddha accepted untouchables and low caste people, which was unheard of in those days. As spiritual practitioners, there's also an action and awareness element, which we need to discern what is appropriate action. But then I think you clarified maybe a little bit, and she said
if you really want to know what the Buddha didn't make poor people rich. Do you understand? Buddha could not fix the that time Indians caste issues. There are 4 castes. Buddha didn't involve for revolution or this and that, political revolution. But Buddha was involved in a spiritual revolution. Buddha taught to the public, right? That's why Buddha's language was not Sanskrit, because Sanskrit was a high-class language, a Brahmin language. And Buddha used the Bali, Bali is the local, like the street language, right? And Buddha used that one. And Buddha helped them emotionally. Buddha helped them mentally. Buddha helped them psychologically. So Buddha brought them the teaching and the inner peace. And at the end, I think the ones who had the peace and inner peace and the love, those are the winners.
Они побеждали. Пробовал, да, прокастывать.
Okay, somebody says that Bob Thurman said we do not need to include the Tayata in the mantra recitation. Can you? In the text, it's already there. So why you need to take it out? If you say Tayata is taking too much time. Tayata, it's like saying, oh, like this. You know, if you do the academic study, in academic study, probably you can remove that. You don't need to recite. But in a spiritual way, we received this way, we just do this way, but it has its blessing meaning too. It means the auspicious, like this, you know, like this means auspicious, prosperity. You understand? And sometimes even you say, oh, like this, you know, in Italian, è così, you know, è così, just like this. And that has, how do you say, bringing the attention. And, you know, it's like a communicating. Of course, there's an energy. And then also if you say, Hai Vajra, you know, the Buddha is called the Hai Vajra. And the Hai Vajra says, Hey Vajra is like English word. Hi, hello, hi, you know. So Hey Vajra. And then you can say, oh, we don't need to say, you know, we can remove that hey, you just say Vajra. But if you say just Vajra, there is no hey, there are so many Vajras. Which Vajra you are talking about? Which Vajra you are calling? Academically, it seems something you don't need to recite this and that. But I think in the spiritual way, it's good to have it. Okay? All right. Okay. I think that's it. No? Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nida. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank
I
you.
hope that
Thank you, everyone.
some peace in your heart, and that from that clarity that we can be bodhisattvas in the world. So thank you.
Peace, peace. Shanti, shanti. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everything gonna be all right. Happy birthday,
you, everyone.
Happy birthday, Christiana. Where is she not there? She's having birthday party.
I'm not sure. Yes.
She's not there.
She's watching. I think she's watching from. I think she's watching from down there.
Are you sure, or she's napping?
I'm not sure.
Okay. All right.
But I will pass on your birthday wishes. Thank you everyone for being here. We will be adding some more things. So keep in touch, keep an eye out, and we'll let you know. Thank you.